Welcome back to Weekend Prime. We're glad you're watching. Now, the police say the killing of 3 children of the Kapsoya MCA aspirant James Ratemo may have been linked to a family feud, adding that the murders followed the sale of family land in Kisii.
Fresh details have emerged on what could have led to the brutal killings of 3 children that were found dumped in River Nzoia Machine area in Moisbridge 1 week after they disappeared. Speaking for the first time since her 3 children that had left home for church last Saturday were confirmed dead, Ebi Isaji claims Eno Consanse, her husband's brother and the key suspect in the case, had sent her a malicious text message.
Umepewa muda mdogo sana. Kurudisha mali yetu. Wanawake kutoka nje hawatumii hata tone kidogo ya mali yetu. Na usichukulie ni maneno tu. Ngoja nikuje.
Anyway, tunaomba tu maswali mengi.
The revelation came in just as Inspector General of Police Joseph Boynet said the killings of the children could have been sparked by a land feud, saying Nyambane had sold a parcel of land in his native Kisii home against the wishes of some family members. But in a quick rejoinder, however, Nyambane said he had not sold any family land in Kisii, saying the only parcel he sold was an 1/8 of an acre in Munyaka Silas area in Eldoret 5 years ago at a cost of 600,000 shillings. Speaking at Kapsoya, Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi and his Nandi Hills counterpart Alfred Keter condemned the killings.
Tunataka kujua ni watu wangapi walihusika, na kama kuna magari, kuna pesa zilihusika, lazima tujue ni kina nani, walikuwa na lengo gani, na kazi yao wamefanya namna gani, na wanatarajia tena kuanza kuendelea namna gani.
Tumeongea na county commissioner wetu wa Singishu hii, wawasiliana na county commissioner wa kule Trans Nzoia penye watoto waliuliwa, ili tujue ni nini aswa.
The MPs asked Interior CS Joseph Kaiseri to contain the runaway insecurity in the country.
Wale ambao wanashiriki katika Directorate of Criminal Investigation ikiongozwa na Muhoro na watu wake ambao wanafanya sehemu hii ya Wazingishu ama Eldoret Town, wahakikishe wale wote walihusika washikwe, ili wazazi wapate sasa kulala vizuri wakijua wanapaki na usalama.
I'm 100% sure hakuna penye alikosana na watoto, kwa sababu watoto ni watoto wadogo sana, na ndio imetugusa sana. Tunataka tujue kabisa ni nini imefanyika, ili pia Wakenya wajue ni nini imefanyika, kwa sababu imesumbua Wakenya wengi sana.
Eldoret East OCPD Adamson Furaha said they are still investigating the matter and that Onsanse had been transferred to a undisclosed station after he was classified as a dangerous suspect. Elvis Kosgei, KT News, Uasin Gishu County.
And meanwhile, Muranga Senator and KANU National Chairman Gideon Moi has condemned the recent killings of Baringo Churo Amaya, member of County Assembly, and the 3 children of the Kapsoya Ward MCA aspirant. Moi spoke at Kabimoi in Eldama Ravine during a prayer and thanksgiving ceremony. The senator said he was shocked by the news of the deaths. He added that those who committed the heinous acts should be exposed and prosecuted. Further, Gideon spoke on the local content bill, which he sponsored, saying each county must get 30% of the returns from natural minerals.
We were very shocked and saddened at the death of MCA from Baringo County, and condolences goes out to his family. I'd just like to ask that the government, through its machinery, gets to the bottom of this and conclude the investigations in a very speedy manner. Because we've had now 2 deaths. We've had the death of a member of parliament aspirant, and now we've had another death, killing of MCA. So we'll urge the government to expedite the investigations and bring the culprits to book. I'd also like to urge Kenyans as a whole that we conduct these elections in a peaceful manner. It is very, very important that all of us conduct ourselves and check ourselves as in a manner that is fitting our positions.
Wafula Chebukati is defending the recent transfers of returning officers across the country. Chebukati says the transfer will continue as they promote transparency in the Commission's quest to deliver free and fair elections. Chebukati added that 47 county election managers with credible reputation had been recruited to handle elections in 47 county offices in delivery of their mandate. He was speaking at a public forum in Ololunga Narok South offices during the launch of devolution of electoral services.
All our systems and processes are in place. If you talk about fairness, and if you talk about transfer of staff, for example, all the returning officers are moving away from their home constituencies, their home counties, to other counties, so that we have at least the face of Kenya reflected everywhere, so that you don't have somebody familiar with the environment being a returning officer in that area. So those are some of the measures we are putting in place, because we cannot talk of fairness if it cannot be seen. I mean, you should be able to see that on the face of it. And of course, we have all the other processes in place. You can see verification of voters is ongoing, and that is a process towards preparing the complete register. We received several comments from several political parties, and yesterday a team was convened to look at some of the complaints and concerns which were raised, and it will come up with a report which you shall make public. So the whole idea is that if there are integrity issues, we should be notified so that we take care of those integrity issues.
Muranga Governor aspirant-Jamleck Kamau says he will not participate in the nominations repeat exercise. The political parties tribunal had directed that the exercise in Muranga be repeated, but Kamau says the repeat is unlikely to change the results. He, however, says that he is not ready to support his opponent, Mwangi wa Iria.
I have decided not to tire the people of Muranga again in a repeat process that will eventually yield the same results. Indeed, the party, Jubilee Party, my party, as much as I'm totally dissatisfied with the outcome of this process, as much as I'm happy because at the end of the day, everybody has known that I was rigged out, I do not want to go back to a process that I don't think will yield any different results under our circumstances. And therefore, I have decided not to offer myself again for the repeat process. I don't know how you'd feel when somebody steals from you and then you ask to support that person. It's a pretty difficult decision to make. As we start right now, the person who will get the certificate in Muranga is the wrong person.
You're watching Weekend Prime here on KTN News. Thank you for staying with us. We still have a lot in store for you. Let me remind you a big question tonight. We're asking whether you think the National Super Alliance is justified to threaten to boycott the August 8th elections. And this is over that matter we just had the IBC chair speak about on returning officers. There were reshuffles. Not returning officers, rather, I beg your pardon. It's on the matter of the tallying of results. Yes, that is why they're threatening to boycott the elections. They want the same coming from the constituency level, and are hoping that the Court of Appeal does not overturn the High Court's decision. This is what you're tweeting. Jacob Abere Ombati is saying NASA is are justified, you say, to boycott because we do see underhand dealings before in other elections. Victor Odhiambo, you say yes, they have lost previous elections because of altering of results. Clement Nkabu You're asking, is there any institution in Kenya that NASA has confidence in? Would be glad to know. Keep your comments coming at KTN News at Sophia Wanuna. Also ahead in sports news today, in case you missed it, the Shujaa Kenya Sevens lost big time in the London Sevens. We'll have all this action details and much more when we return.